So I want to move on a little bit. I want to talk about Nice versus Paris. Because we spent more time in Nice. So I think it was maybe like 5 days in Nice, 4 days in Paris, something like that, right? Now, off top, I love Nice. I love the French Riviera. I love anything by the water. Okay, anything by the water probably is gonna have my vote. Um, Being in the French Riviera, especially in Nice, because we didn't spend a whole lot of time in other places. I'll touch on that a little bit. Cannes, Saint Tropez, Monaco. Those are like little pit stops that we got to see and experience and kind of moved on. But the bulk of our time we spent in Nice. And it was just so quaint and quiet and kind of easygoing and by the water. I went and got to hang out on the beach. I just want to say the beaches in Nice are rocky. They have rocks, whereas if you go to Cannes and Saint Tropez, they have the sand beaches, and I'll show you guys that too. But it was just a little bit more relaxing. As soon as we got to Paris and got off that train, it was like pandemonium. It was like New York City times 10. Okay, really, really busy. But just big city. It's a big city. But the experience there, going to the Louvre Museum, we took a guided tour. I mentioned a little bit earlier, our tour guide was amazing. She was from the UK, fine arts major. I believe she had her master's. She is just very knowledgeable. I think I got a picture, and if I do, I'll insert it here. I want to show you guys my favorite piece of art that she showed us in the Louvre. It is a picture of Mary with baby Jesus and then her mother standing behind her. And she was talking about the symbolism in the painting of how Mary, was holding her son and almost, wanted to save him from his fate. And her mother stood behind her, as the grandmother trying to save them both in a sense. And it just was a beautiful symbolism of kind of that tie that binds us all together. And it was beautiful. I saw so much beautiful art in the Louvre, and we only saw like a tiny bit of what was in there. I think there was something like 35,000 pieces. We did not see, I don't know. I don't know how many pieces, but we didn't see nowhere. It would take months to see everything in the Louvre. They hit the main pieces. We spent a lot of time in the Greek section, which was really cool. We saw the Mona Lisa, of course. We learned about her popularity and why she's so popular. I don't know if a lot of you guys know the story, but her painting, the painting was stolen from the Louvre, I think by Napoleon, I want to say, could be wrong, and became famous because it was a painting that got stolen. Long story short, the painting was found and brought back to the Louvre, and once it was brought back to the Louvre, it was like, that's that painting that was stolen, and everybody wanted to see the painting that was once stolen and brought back, and that's how it got so popular. So we got to saw the Mona Lisa. I think I got a pretty good picture. There's so many people trying to see it all at once that you can't get really close to it. First of all, nobody can, unless you're like some type of VIP. Because I have seen pictures of Beyonce and Jay-Z in the Louvre, and they're like right next to the Mona Lisa. When you go as a smegular person like me, you can't even get that close. You're like, I don't know, You're a ways back, maybe 50 feet or something like that. But you can get close enough to get a picture. I did want to experience the Egyptian part of the Louvre. However, the Egyptian part of the Louvre was closed the day we were there. We had no idea. So that was kind of disappointing. We did go to and experience the African section of the Louvre. And there were some really nice pieces there. I'll probably show you guys here. So back to my point. Clearly, Nice versus Paris. I'm gonna choose Nice. I like the laid back, kind of easygoing way about the city. I like being by the ocean, of course. But I had to see, there's a once in a lifetime. Had to see the Louvre. I had to see the Eiffel Tower. We again took a guided tour to the Eiffel Tower. Actually, it was a champagne boat ride that took us down the river. We got to see Notre Dame. Of course, it's still under renovations because of the fire, but you got to see it. One of the most beautiful things I saw is people along the river walk, just enjoying each other, dancing, having a good time, just really interacting with each other. Didn't really see anybody like on any devices or on their phones. Like people were just like really in the moment. I went on the champagne cruise, and after you go through the cruise, you get off and then they take you to the Eiffel Tower. You enter the Eiffel Tower, and the tour that we purchased took us to the very, very, very top, which was amazing. It was amazing. That's a piece of work right there. That architecture on that Eiffel Tower is like a sight to see. We made it to the top of the Eiffel Tower, guys.
Bonjour.
Oh my God.
We're at the top of the Tower Eiffel.
1,000 feet up.
300 meters. Talk to y'all in a bit.
And to get all the way up to the top, you can basically see all of Paris. It's amazing. And we were there at night, so we got to see it lit up. It was just beautiful. Those are just things that a description, a picture, although I think I got a really good shot of it. I don't know if it really does it justice. It's something you have to see. You have to see it. You have to see it. You have to see it with your own two eyes, The other thing, things were a lot more expensive in Paris. When I say things, I think I'm talking about food, actually. We went out to a restaurant on, the main kind of popular area strip of Paris. We were getting close to all the sites. And I'll come back in a minute and tell you guys the site I'm blanking on that Tony really wanted to see. It's the Arc de Triomphe. That's what I'm thinking of. And there were people lined up to take a picture in front of it. Tony got a picture in front of it. So, yeah. Seeing those sites were like, okay, this is it's mind blowing really to see these monuments, these this works of art. It's something you have to see with your own two eyes. That's all I can say. Monaco. Oh gosh. I wish that we could have spent more time in Monaco. We kind of had a lazy day that day in Nice, and it was getting late in the evening, and we figured, oh, let's have a night out in Monaco. However, what we didn't realize, I don't know if we realized or not, we took the train. Like I said, the train station was right across the street from our Airbnb. We took the train from Nice to Monaco. It's about a 30-minute train ride. But once you get to Monaco, there's no Uber. I don't remember if there was no Uber or we didn't have phone service. I know that. We did not have phone service in Monaco. I didn't realize, for whatever reason, that Monaco, that we weren't still in France. That it's its own country. So we get there, don't have phone service there. So Uber is out. And so we realize, okay, we have to get our butts on this train back. And the last train left out of Monaco at 11 or 11:30 back to Nice, and we got there probably after 8 or something like that. So it was kind of like a rush through, but oh gosh, opulence. That is the only way that I could describe Monaco. Straight opulent. I felt like I was stepping into billionaire land. I'm seeing these multi-million-dollar yachts. I'm seeing Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and I mean just every car. That was just the norm. Every car was a McLaren or a Lamborghini. What is going on? Same thing in San Tropez, and I'll get to that as well. Just opulence. This is clearly where all the billionaires live, hang out. I don't know. So, of course, we have to see